Hey, welcome back to Tales of Symphonia. We're still doing this stuff with the... To be honest, we're re-recording this episode because the audio died for it again.
Have we already, Oh, we already did the wind seal. This is when What's-His-Face is there. Oh, wait, no. This is something else.
We were talking about how it's really weird that they don't have any voices for this part. For, like, for a key cutscene, so...
There's no music because we thought the audio was glitched.
Yeah. No, it's just supposed to be ambiance. Because you could hear the footsteps walking. So, you know.
Yeah.
And here we have Eapix, or however you spell that. He's not a hard boss, like most bosses aren't. I was gonna say, I know that we were recording it during the Super Bowl, so that was an interesting game.
Oh yeah, because we started off the video. I think the whole video was basically like almost like a roller coaster. Because like, oh wow, Falcons are definitely winning this. They're winning 20-something to 0. Like, oh no, they scored a touchdown. Now it's 20-something to 12, and all of a sudden they won.
Yep, Deflategate 2017.
Kinda, he did it during the halftime show. He just went behind the benches or wherever they keep the balls, and he just deflated all of them.
They went and ate that gross thing that Lady Gaga ate before the show, and it's like, Lady Gaga, what the heck are you even doing? You heard about that, right?
Nope.
I think I showed that to you, John. I don't know if I showed that to...
what, I don't think that was before the show, but she's been to a gala or a party where they
I thought
did
that. I thought that was before the Super Bowl show, where she...
No, I think that was...
I was fairly certain it was... I was fairly certain it was before the halftime show. I'd have to double check.
So what's murky about that is apparently she's Catholic.
Yeah, that's why it's like, Lady Gaga, why are you doing this for the wow effect? Eventually people are going to get old of it, and you're going to condemn yourself. So, not a smart... Oh, hey, there goes the boss fight.
There's not much plot after this, because this is like some thick,
Thick, juicy plot.
Yeah, real life plot I should, I guess, specify. Did we just... Was it the wind seal?
Yeah, that was the wind seal. So, just got the... As far as... we don't know how many more seals there are left. Ooh, but if you've played an RPG before, you can tell which one's coming next.
Unless it's a Chinese, in which case there's probably like 6, I think.
I mean, there's technically
they've
more...
got metal and wood as elements.
There's technically more seals, but it won't go into why that is until it gets to the plot reveal. So that would be...
What, Martel's a goddess?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
That is... I guess that explains the female clergy.
No, not really. Because there's male clergy too.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess that's why they stray from I guess, what they see in the Catholic hierarchy being... I don't know.
I don't...
Again, I'm telling you, they went to like... I don't know, TV... Oh, I made a good joke. I think it was on the episode they got corrupted, and I said they went to a specific place and just write everything down.
I got it. They went to Sister Act and watched Sister Act. That's exactly what happened.
Just write everything down, and let's make a game out of it.
Yeah.
See, it's a religion that's not very well understood in the culture as well.
Yeah, because it's... Yeah. That's what I need to explain to people, I think, is it's not that they don't like it, it's not that they don't understand it, it's just they're not as familiar with the idea of dogma or set rules to a religion like we are. Like, we know that Catholicism has the catechism and set tenets that you follow, whereas in Japan it's syncretic and that you just kind of take in whatever, do whatever makes you feel good. It's all the same.
In a sense, you could say it's spiritual, not religious, which drives me
I was more referring to the concept of female clergy. Because if you weren't a Catholic, and...
Yeah, that makes sense then.
You were looking at the church from the outside looking in, I mean, nuns would look like just girl priests.
Yeah. That's what they're actually treated like, and I think that's a TV trope, because there's a whole trope list of Christianity and religion in Japanese culture, and one of them is
like
nuns as priests.
I'll have to look up the name of this here in a second after I finish this rift. But there's a Rumiko Takahashi series. She did a Inuyasha Rama 1/2. But she had another shorter series about a boxer who was a total glutton and a nun that he fell in love with. And at one point, they're discussing her training. And they mentioned that after 10 years of novitiate, she would be ordained clergy and be able to do clergy stuff.
No.
And he met her when she was hearing his confession. So it's just like, it's obvious that the understanding of the religion is just not present.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily malicious or anything. It's just that
Misunderstood.
It's
a bit confused.
Yeah, it's just entirely exotic to them.
Exactly. That would be akin to us kind of importing Buddhism or Hinduism into some things in like a story or something and saying, oh wow, this aspect is interesting, but in reality we had no idea entirely what it would mean in the context of the full religion.
Yeah.
That happens a lot.
Yeah. It's
Speaking
no different
of-
than us importing ninjas and samurai and stuff, but not understanding what exactly they meant in the culture they come from. It's just exotic because it's East Asia.
Yeah. There's another boss fight on the screen, by the way. We're fighting... Oh, we do know her name at this point. We're fighting Sheena again.
Oh, okay.
So... It's almost...
It's Nurse.
Oh yeah, we talked about Nurse last time too. He's like, what's that? Why are there women coming on the screen and healing people? And it's like, yep, that's the new healing spell. It works pretty decently.
Wait, your healing spell is Summon Nurse.
It's just four nurses run across the
Four
screen.
nurses, not one nurse. 4.
But they don't even like walk around and heal anybody.
here it
They
is.
just
There
run
it
in
is.
different directions.
Yeah, they just run in different directions. So it takes a little bit longer to cast, but it heals everybody as opposed to one person. So that's why I prefer it. I just spam it because it's super spammy. It's super spammy.
This is the episode when
We'll
I
find
think we were
out.
walking around and Gina said the quote like "truth and justice." Oh, it's probably in a second.
I think it is.
Is it truth and justice and love always prevail? Yeah.
Yeah. Goodness and love will always win. To be fair, the Dwarven vows are something that I actually really enjoy because they're kind of close to Catholicism, kind of not at the same time. So it's kind of weird.
And it is odd because I think one of theirs is like don't steal it what doesn't belong to you, but the whole fantasy thing about dwarves is that they're supposed to be
Greedy.
greedy. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, if you earn it, it's not stealing.
I mean, even then, I think you can, I guess you can kind of blur that line with like, I don't know. I guess it depends on your political preferences of what you think stealing and earning are in some positions.
Oh, hey, there's voices. 8 minutes
The
in.
angel toxicosis again. Let's hurry and let her
Didn't we make a joke or something about this about bringing her to a doctor?
Yeah, and the doctor's it's not called that.
Sorry to
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
again.
Don't worry about that, but
What are you doing?
I remember
See,
that.
I looked away the first time he watched it, but looking at it now, it looked more like he threw her to the side and tripped as he did it.
I don't want this dead weight in here. Get out of here.
Did you hurt yourself?
I'm done with
It's
this.
survival of the fittest. She'll never get better if she can't take care of herself.
If you teach a chosen to fish, she'll learn to fish for a lifetime.
Or I think there was a Parks and Rec quote that was it was the same thing. You teach a man to fish.
let me
But he's
see
like,
your hand.
don't teach him how to fish. You know how to fish. You'll eat well. Fishing's not hard. He's a grown man.
You're hurt. It must have happened when you fell. Look how much you're bleeding.
Look at all the bleeding.
But it doesn't hurt.
You said they don't get into the stigmata, right?
No, as far as I remember,
That much.
they don't.
Because it gets
They-
really,
Colette,
it's really taboo.
Yeah, 'cause they may have looked up enough to know not to do that.
What is it, Lloyd?
I hope.
I thought it'd be nice for us to talk just by ourselves.
It's been a while, but I don't remember it.
Here, it's hot coffee.
Random owl.
Thanks.
Hot, isn't it?
Random owl.
It's really hot.
It's actually iced coffee.
Dun dun dun.
I had Genus make it cold.
Oh.
Weren't they all
yeah.
asleep though?
Of course it's cold.
Oh, wait, it's
I
cold, so it'd just
lied.
be.
It's actually hot.
Dun dun dun. She
See,
can't feel anything.
you see, that's supposed to be dramatic, but I think even the first time I watched it, I laughed when he said, "No, it's really hot." I was like, "Make up your mind."
What is it? Tell me already.
You couldn't feel anything, could you?
Well, but
You were bleeding like crazy, but you didn't even flinch when I squeezed your hand.
Dun dun. Okay, that's done.
guess the secret's out.
You haven't been eating lately either.
I eat.
Sometimes.
Barely. You
Oh,
haven't
there we go,
started eating
okay.
Things you don't like.
Yeah, like what was it,
That's
pickles?
not all.
Nah, it was green peppers. They're both green though, so I mean, you know.
Oh yeah,
See, my
that's
eyes
what it
aren't
was.
red or anything.
Stop lying.
Oh, by the way,
Always
my
say
eyes aren't red or
lies.
anything. Remember that for later.
That's not true.
Is it that
I hate to
hard
bring up
to
plot
trust
points
me?
for later, but if you
No,
don't remember that,
It's not like that. I just.
yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm starting to remember now.
I
What's
try not to
happening
spoil
here?
too much of it though, just like, hey, that thing that just said, remember that. That's
I don't
all.
know, but
Because I
when
think we
Sparks
did
got
in the
turned,
first
I released the
recording
fire
around.
seal. I suddenly didn't want to eat anything anymore. And even when I did,
I think it was around here. I'm not going to mention what I mentioned last time though,
No taste.
so as to keep that one thing as a surprise still.
I can't hold anything down when I force myself. So I haven't been eating. I never get hungry.
That's.
Hmm. I wonder what it would be
Then when I
like
release the
to
next seal, I start
to
getting
not
sick.
taste anything.
Or to never sleep.
I close my eyes, but I just can't sleep.
I wouldn't
I mean-
mind never sleeping.
I
Yeah, I
love
guess 'cause
sleeping.
you wouldn't get tired though. Like you only like sleeping because you get tired and you get that relief, but
Yeah,
she's not
Why
tired.
didn't you say anything?
I
So I
guess
guess
that's
to-
true.
Well, I figured this is
I wonder
just
what
what
would
it
it be
means to
then.
become an angel.
Adding in 10 more productive hours to my day would never be a bad thing.
This
Yeah.
Is what it means to
Yeah,
become an
you could
angel?
basically just work.
Not
You could
feeling
literally
anything
work a
anymore?
24-hour shift.
Not feeling anything anymore?
Just
Oh,
give 'em-
people do that anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that they
only-
do.
I can
Only
see
give
you'd
'em a
never
phone.
get actually. You won't get tired if you get enough coffee, I guess.
I can
Yeah.
see even if
Yeah.
Oh, you still get tired.
that
Yeah.
it's kind of painful sometimes.
I'm sorry.
What are you sorry
I
for?
didn't realize what was going on at all. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay, Lloyd.
Please don't tell the others.
I am a monster. Sorry.
Why?
Well, I mean,
I
we're all
don't.
on this trip together, and I wanted to
It is supposed to
So-
be. Go ahead.
What is
So, I don't
by
wanna leave
regenerate the
anyone
world? Does that mean it's basically the world gets restarted?
You're so stupid.
No, it basically.
Sorry,
Oh, hey, the designs are here.
even though
Now
you
they're
care
not.
for me, and I'm happy
Oh, so the regeneration of the world
I'm
just
fine
gets rid of the
with that.
designs.
The regeneration of the world equals more along the lines of a genocide.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it's. I think I made a joke about them. They wanted the trip to be fun, but their trip is basically just to kill every single design they come across.
Yeah, it's. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What a fun trip! I'll stop by the streams. I can clean the blood off my sword.
My wooden swords!
Huh?
These
I mean,
swords
I
had.
guess-
These swords had
guess
tree
I-
seeds in them. Now they're covered in blood. I'm gonna make a blood tree. Sorry. Too
I mean,
far?
There's probably a way you can kill somebody with a wooden sword.
Oh,
mean,
I'm
if
sure.
it's- If it's like a baseball bat, I mean, you can kill people with baseball bats. I'm
Yeah.
assuming you can kill people with a wooden sword if it's hard enough.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I have a wooden
Just-
sword. Yeah.
Even if it's not hard enough, just rapidly hit them with it
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
over
you could
and
actually
over
do-
and over.
What they used to do in the Middle Ages, it was actually an applicable strategy because they had the mail on their gloves. You could hold a sword by the blade and just hit people with the hilt because it was basically a giant warhammer at that point. So now you've got a giant wood warhammer or like a massive club. So just hit them with the hilt of the wooden sword like you're hitting them with a hammer.
Yeah.
Or
It could work.
if there's any Skullgrim fans here, they know about. There was what they called ending him rightly, which was when an enemy, you would basically take your sword, unscrew the pommel, and throw it at them, and it would actually do that. Like, it was an actual strategy. I'm not even kidding. And because it's basically a big, heavy, smooth rock. It will really mess you up if it hits you, especially if it hits you in the head.
That I believe. That would not be fun. And I think I'm coming to this town, but I don't think I need to come to this town. Because I think I'm thinking, oh hey, let's try to get Rain's outfit. And that doesn't happen
we gotta
until
get
like...
a late game, yeah.
Yeah, that's super late game. Like, I tried again recently, and I think I'm up to episode 42. So, you know. Got a long journey ahead of us before we're done with Tales of Symphonia.
Don't the people here worship something completely different than Martel?
No, these are the ones that still do Martel, but it's kind of hard. Like they still
they're like a I think we mentioned it, how they were kind of like a schism or something. They kind of do it in a different way.
Yeah, kind of like Aryans, I think. It's never really.
Yeah, so
it's
it takes
never
a
really
part of it and just kind of yeah. Hey, because we mentioned Aryans.
It's never really. Oh yeah, this cutscene again. This cutscene has happened twice, by the way. I don't know why they can have it trigger multiple times.
Okay? Oh Lloyd, just now there's this weird person.
What? Did he hurt you?
That does not sound like shock
I'm
from
fine.
Lloyd.
I think he ran away when I hit him.
I see.
Like
But-
that. I see. Sounded more real than the what.
Yeah, I think he was. So is she being real right now?
Yeah. I better pick up some coffee.
No, really. My imaginary friend Tom
Oh.
saw the whole thing. Oh, it's
Here-
the fake.
Here's the fake. Oh, were you gonna say it? Sorry.
No, it's just they're the fakes.
The fake chosen group. Like, if you haven't seen these yet, James, you'll want to take a look at just how bad they got it. Like, I mean, I know it's obviously intended, but it's like, wowzers. I'll make you eat those words! Gosh, now I want to play that too. Who you calling fake, faker? So we can play Sonic Adventure sometime, right?
I think I was gonna quote, but it actually came from the cartoon, not the game.
Which quote?
Just the way Knuckles pronounces "shut up."
Shut up. I'm pretty sure that is. If you wanted a Knuckles quote, you could have gone, "Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no."
What was the one that I think it was like on Sonic 64 or whatever. I can't remember which one it was, but he's it's just the strangest. Like he sounds confused as opposed to shocked.
It might be Sonic 06, because there was a lot of things wrong with Sonic 06.
I think it was prior to that one. I know Game Grumps played it, and they lost it when he's
But-
Tails.
Oh, wait,
no.
wait, hold on. Weren't we thinking of a joke for this? Because they have the fake Genus here, and he looks really
Yeah.
dumb.
We mentioned that they'd have different names that would sound
Yeah.
similar. So
No,
like,
well,
yeah.
what did we just determine his name would be?
I think it would have been like Venus, but it may have been something else.
Was it Beavis?
Yeah, Beavis. Yeah, because you said they missed out on the
Okay.
Beavis and Butthead opportunity. Yeah,
Yeah, Genus and Beavis. There we go.
That's
that's different.
not
from-
what I was thinking.
Yeah, there's a lot of obvious names. We could
Yeah,
go
I was gonna
with.
say, are you thinking of the P word? Is that what you're thinking of?
I don't see how please sounds anything like genus.
Yes, perfect. So John's baptism was this weekend. That was. I've never actually partaken in it. Well, I obviously have partaken in a baptism, but I've never really remembered one.
Yeah,
Like-
you don't remember participating in one.
Yeah, my wife does, but that's because she's a new convert. I was gonna say this took a little bit longer though. She was baptized in during Easter Vigil, And like back when they do babies during mass, it seems like it goes fast. This took about an hour, so.
Because there's a lot more because you're actually consciously professing your vows. And
yeah, I was gonna say I preferred this a lot more. Just because it's like, I mean, obviously it's good that they're being welcomed into the church. Don't get me wrong, but it's like if we go and actually go through all the stuff so as to, I don't know what happened
they know
there.
what you're getting into. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I like about converts, as opposed to, not that there's anything wrong with being a cradle Catholic like I am and like most of us are, but it takes a lot as a convert to, because you actually have to think, weigh your options to say, yeah, I want to do this for sure. Like, I want to go through months of this to join this community.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like with that one person that we have in our Discord group at the moment that we're trying to help out with that.
Yeah.
Not Michael, the other one.
Yeah, if I don't know, I told her that it's a simplistic answer in a way. It might sound like to just pray, but it works if you can find a quiet place.
Adoration. Definitely we should probably recommend adoration to her. Adoration always helps.
Did I mention the time that I had caffeine coffee by mistake and crashed and was like in withdrawal during adoration the next day?
You might have. Hold on, I want to see if another enemy pops up because I think I started doing how we phase out enemy battles now. Let me see, hold on. Because like I was immediately going to where it cut back on the screen, but it was some point where I decided to fade back in from the black. That way it wasn't as abrupt. Yeah, so I think this is about where I started trying to do that. Wasn't perfect at it. Go ahead with the adoration. Sorry, I just wanted to point that out.
So I think when I was with I spent some time with some Franciscan friars in Indiana, and we went over to someone's house. They offered coffee, and I figured, yeah, I didn't want to say no, I don't want it. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll have some. And then I think I was either finished it or halfway through drinking it, and I was like, this is caffeine. And I remember that I don't drink caffeine because I get really, really bad withdrawal. So I was like, well, deed's been done. Tonight's not going to be fun. So I think went back. We did 9 p.m. prayers. I didn't sleep in between. I was more than awake during matins at midnight. But then when we do holy hour adoration at 6 in the morning, I was sitting, everyone else is reverently either praying a rosary or doing Lectio Divina or just anything else, being really I'm just sitting there with my hands in my face shaking like, oh my gosh, I want to go to sleep.
But I can't. Oh man.
I felt terrible. I'm like, because I don't think that was the moment I had, because someone had, I think, slept in the room next to me. And I think they snored as well, and I initially offered it up as a sacrifice, but then like 20 minutes later I was like, look, I offered it up, but if you want me to seriously serve you tomorrow, Lord, I gotta get sleep, please.
Yeah, that can be hard. Sometimes.
Yeah, caffeine's not fun. At least in my case, I can't do it. It messes with me.
Yeah. Now we're on the quest to find a unicorn, by the way.
Oh, is this the one that's, have we already run across the one? Because I think we saw one that was underwater.
Yeah, either we've run across it or we're about to. I can't remember which.
Because I know we didn't get it out from wherever it was underwater.
Yeah, and that's why I'm thinking, I don't think we've technically seen it as of yet. We're about to. Like, I think you just remembered when we recorded this last time. Oh, apparently we have, because the cutscene didn't activate. You were right, I was wrong. So, ta-da! We've seen the cutscene already, and I was mistaken.
My semi-decent memory. You see, I can remember some of the smallest, most minute, stupidest stuff, but I can't remember equations on a physics test.
That's what happens. You remember? Yeah. Memorization was hard.
Like, I remember
Speaking of coffee,
They made us
I need
remember,
coffee.
and go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, speaking of coffee, I need coffee, so I'm gonna grab some in a minute. Sorry, go ahead with what you were talking about.
They made us remember British I almost said British liturgy, British literature. That we had to. She drilled it into our minds to remember the date of the Battle of Hastings, I think, or whenever
Well,
Norman invasion happened in 1066.
Well, I was gonna say, obviously it didn't work, because now you don't remember it.
I know it was 1066, but I think it didn't work because I kept thinking it was 1044, unless something else happened in 1044. We had to memorize a passage from Macbeth too, and that was torture because you'd forget bits and pieces, and it would completely ruin what you were trying to remember. So now I had to remember it from scratch.
Yeah. By the way, Designs attacked another village.
It's playing sad music too.
Sad music. This is that one village, by the way, that I really hate because it ate all my money. We'll get into that more when we actually get to the quest. That's
Dumb
not
villagers in the looted village.
Yeah. Hi, Sheena.
What happened? You're badly wounded.
It just seems like such an out of place name, though.
Oh,
Yeah, it explains why later.
if you want to finish me off, now's your chance.
Mostly. It is kind of out of place, though, right?
I don't have any
Yeah, it seems like more like a nickname as opposed to like "Fear me, I am the deadly assassin."
Oof.
Sheena.
Technically, you actually just hit the nail on the head, but you'll find out why later.
You're hurt badly. Professor,
'Cause-
please.
Sheena sounds like a nickname.
It is a nickname, but
I will.
I'd
We'll go
assume
on.
it is. I don't think anyone looks. I mean, unless your name's Sheena. Hey, look, no offense, but I just don't think someone says, "You know what? You look like a Sheena,"
we don't
and then they
actually
become a master assassin.
learn her real name ever, though, and there's a short cutscene explaining why. So we'll wait until it pops up. But that is not her name. It is, ninjas. Oh, ninjas need code names. Sheena's a good code name.
Call me what you want.
She must be really attached to that name then, because I was about to say, just name yourself something else. Just some random adjective or noun
Potato.
or something cool sounding. Like, honestly, I don't know. I'd take potato more seriously than Sheena. Sheena sounds like, oh no, who's gonna watch the kids tonight? Oh, I'll call Sheena.
People of the city had been hiding the designs.
I want her to be named Potato now.
Not only was the entire population forced to go to the ranch.
Somebody draw Sheena. Somebody draw a potato with Sheena's clothes on, please. That's all I want now.
I was just a little clumsy.
Just do it.
It reminds me of putting your own name or just
The hedgehog.
random names with
The
wow.
hedgehog. Bye. Or hi, Clara.
She managed to get all the way here.
Let's find out.
That is a very strong dress.
On the dude?
Wait,
The,
Clara, is that the chocolate shop girl or?
That is the General Door's
the wife.
Yeah. The reason why Clara attacked this time was
Calm down.
they didn't say stop. All they said was, Clara, please calm down. Stop is the magic word. Stop makes her teleport away.
Colette, are you
We found that out before.
oh, they use trigger words. She's been indoctrinated. She's a sleeper agent.
Oh gosh.
She's lost a lot of.
Here, I did that one thing that you said to do, John. Have fun.
You're right.
Merry Christmas.
Please heal her.
I think earlier, I may have meant to say, because
Please.
was putting your own name in an RPG so that like it breaks the flow.
Mhm.
So that I'm dying. I leave my last will and testament to you, my dear friend Dennis. Or Larry. Just it completely breaks the flow if your name's Larry in an RPG.
Why did you save me?
Probably for the same reason you saved that man.
Oh. This just makes me sad.
Thanks.
I shouldn't have looked any of this up.
I know it's a selfish, unreasonable thing to say at this point.
What is any of this? Why is the Sonic fan community so bad? Why? Why?
I owe the people of this city for food and lodging.
Why?
Please, help me save these people.
If you like Sonic
Thanks for healing me.
yeah, sorry.
I need you to pay my debt as well.
Yeah. Sorry.
I'll promise not to kill you if you pay my debts off.
No, she doesn't promise that, actually. She does not promise that.
I agree with Lloyd.
Colette, not you too.
You're all too soft. Like this Charmin paper towel. Feel how soft it is against your skin. I don't
We're
know.
also sponsored by Charmin.
Yeah. Hey, Shaman, give us a deal. Unless you support Planned Parenthood or anything that's anti-Catholic, then we're done.
Fine.
We're out.
Do as you wish.
I think
So we
Game
can't-
Grumps broke up with
I
Wendy's,
suppose
or
if
Wendy's
you look
broke
at
up
it
with them,
another
so
way,
we
it
could
does
look
mean
to
we should keep a close
get in
eye
a
on
business
them.
relationship with them.
You better watch
Mhm.
out so you don't lose your head while you're
Wendy's
sleeping.
isn't a bad company. I like Wendy's. I like their food too.
What a wonderful way to end it on a Wendy's advert.